Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 3, Ross County 1 here at Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. We scored 3 goals, but we also conceded 1. But the 3 points is very much all that mattered, and a scoreline that doesn't reflect just how utterly dominant Rangers were in that game. I am Scott Carney, I'm with Ali Pearson. Ali, how are you?
A weird feeling, to be honest. I'm extremely happy with the 3 points. Slightly frustrated because, as you say, Carney, Rangers battered Ross County. And if it wasn't for poor finishing and the goalkeeper doing well, that should have been a cricket score tonight, it really should have. But ultimately 3 points is what we needed. Yeah,
3 points is what we needed. You could sense it tonight. Everybody knew what was on the line tonight in terms of us. Everybody wanted the 3-0, everybody wanted to see Rangers at the top of the league. The long game with the sensible head on, the 3 points is all that matters, and we have managed to get there. Not quite as simple as we probably expected, but the stats are unbelievably in Rangers' favour. I've never seen stats like it, really, to be honest. Start 11 tonight was Butland, Tavernier, Goldson, Suter, Ridvan, Lundstrom, Lawrence, Cantwell, Matondo, Desser's got a start, and McCausland on the right hand side. Any real shock?
Nah, not really, to be honest. A few folk are maybe talking about Matondo, but Matondo's been alright recently, so I can see why he played. Dessers again, I think he'll alternate between Dessers and Silva in most games, so no shock for me.
No shock. Into the game itself, Rangers make the perfect start with a fantastic finish by D9. It is a beautifully lobbed shot over the keeper, get us off away. Ibrox is bouncing at this point, mate, and it was a perfect start by him.
It was. It was a bit of kind of hit off his arm at the top, but I think when he was trying to control it, I think, like you say, just looks over the goalkeeper, and fantastic finish by Jamie's boy, and perfect start for us.
Rangers made a number of chances that we should have done better with. Yeah, Matondo had a couple, he'd one saved, he'd one past the post, Tab blew one over the bar. Dessers misses a few as well after that, but Rangers were very much dominant. Ross County were up to their usual, time wasting, the referee letting them away with it constantly, and Rangers were in complete control. And then I don't really know how to kind of explain this goal. The defender clears the ball kind of over his head to get it back up. Suter gets caught under the ball. Goldson's not really tracking the man either. Suter can't then get back in time to get to cover the man over. It's a fast-paced cross across the goal. Was it Brophy that scored?
I'm not sure.
I don't know who it was that scored, but he fires it past Butland. Butland couldn't do anything about it, and all of a sudden from then on, mate, until we come to the second goal, Rangers got very, very nervous. Very nervous. I think you could feel it in the crowd that the atmosphere almost changed, and we were probably all muttering the same things to ourselves. We should be out of sight in this game, and I'm not saying that as in we created goal scoring opportunities tonight that we didn't take advantage of, and then ultimately it was 1-1.
Yeah, it was similar to the Aberdeen game to a point, to be honest, because in the Aberdeen game Rangers should have been 2-3 up and Aberdeen hit us with a sucker punch, and this happened against Ross County. This wasn't in the script tonight, Ross County scoring.
No.
But it's our downfall. Goldson, I think it was Goldson, get caught as soon as the boy was round him and he fires the ball across. It's a great finish, to be fair, but it's a poor goal to concede for Rangers, and at that point, one each year after that, Carney, I thought we fell into a wee lull at that point. Yeah,
I think the pace might have just dropped slightly just before Ross County did get their goal. But that again, it's a preventable goal that Rangers don't manage to prevent, and ultimately it gets to 1-1. Ibrox became quite unsettled, I would say. We were kind of beginning to rue the chances that we had missed. We were having the feeling of, oh please no, not one of these nights, let's not do this, Rangers. And we had chances again that we weren't taking. But Dessers pops up again with a second goal, and I've never seen a header trickle into the goal before, but it's a cracking cross from Tavernier. Dessers is in the right place, he gets his head on the ball, he puts it into the goal and he makes it 2-1. I am very relieved, Ali, that we did get it to 2-1 before half time, because I wouldn't have liked to have heard the crowd's reaction at half time.
No, and I don't know what the crowd would have been like. There was a few grumbles before that, but I mean, Rangers, they did give a lot in the first half, to be honest. Just ultimately they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. We just lack something up top, to be honest, for me. But when Dessers scored that goal, it was a great ball by Tav, like you say. It kind of calmed Ibrox down a wee bit, and at that point, going in at 2-1, you think, right, we know what to do in the second half.
I said to you at half time we should have been out of sight in that first half. Rangers should have been 3 or 4 at least in that first half, and I'm not being blue tinted glasses, but that is genuinely true. We should have been out of sight. Into the second half we made a change. Matondo came off and Cortez came on, and for the first 10 minutes Rangers absolutely battered Ross County. I mean, I don't know how. I thought the Ross County keeper in the first half was a wee bit shaky. In the second half he played the game of his absolute life. What was it, 43 shots, 42 shots?
Yeah.
23 on target at that game ended in.
10 corners or 7% possession.
Ridiculous. I think it might even be more corners than that. I think it's about 15. Rangers absolutely dominated the game. We were all desperate to get the third goal. It took its time, don't get me wrong, it did, but we got there. Eventually, towards the end of the game, with John Souttar getting on the end of a kind of second phase of a corner, I think it was, to put it 3-1, and Rangers see the game out even after kind of 7 minutes of added on time that was added, probably due to the time wasting. Ali, it wasn't what we wanted. We all wanted 3-0 because we wanted to see us top of the league. But I said to you walking down Paisley Road, mate, before we get in the car, I said, if you'd have offered me this 6 months ago, I would have bit your hand off for it, and I wouldn't have believed that it was actually going to be possible, because I didn't think Rangers were going to be in with a chance. But tonight, taking the situation out of it in terms of us being able to go top, Rangers were really good tonight. Really good. We just didn't take the chances that we had to. We should have battered Ross County, and we did. Statistically, yes, but goals-wise, we didn't. But ultimately, mate, the gap at the top is now level. There is no gap. We are now completely in this title race.
I've been in the title race since the turn of the year, if you want to say, probably tail end of December. But no, we're right in there now, and we've been winning games, Rangers. We've been consistent with winning games. It's a shame that we didn't go and score the 3 goals clear that we needed to go top of the league. It's going to be like this from now at the end of the season, so strap yourselves in. But Rangers were very good today. I thought some of the link-up play, Carney, was extremely good. Lawrence, I like Lawrence, and I thought he was good tonight. Even when Cortez came on,
he should have scored a couple. He was unlucky not to score.
The 1-2s, the runs off the ball. I just think, I'd like to think Rangers will batter somebody at Ibrox soon. If they play that way they will. It's just unfortunate because Ross County's goalkeeper turned up and some of the shots weren't there for me tonight with Rangers. But ultimately, it's 3 points for me. Just give me 3 points from every game from now to the end of the season, and ultimately Rangers will end up where we want them to be. So 3 points.
3 points, so you wanted, but the performance was good. As I say, once we've all calmed down and we've had a look at it, yes, we should have won that game by more goals. Yes, we should be sitting rightfully top of the league right now, outright on goal difference. But we're not. But the points is all that mattered tonight. We all muttered it to each other, 3-0, 3-0, yeah, we'll get the 3-0. But the 3 points is the most important thing. It keeps the pressure on. It puts us fully in pretty much control of our own fate now. It's now up to us. We are now as fully in this as anybody else as they are. So it's now up to Rangers, which was all we could ask for. You brought up a few players, mate. I will mention them. Lawrence tonight, I thought he was absolutely superb. This kind of deeper role that he's kind of working on, Clement's wanting him to work on. I thought he was excellent tonight. I thought him and Lundstrom controlled the midfield, and when Cortez came on as well, he made a real impact for me. I think he looks like a very promising player. We'll stick with Cortez, mate. I think he looks. We kind of went narrower as well in the top 3. Look at me talking all tactics because I had Adam on the pod the other night. But we went narrower in the second half in terms of the front 3 being a lot closer to each other, and the link-up play was much better. But Cortez played a major part in that.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's intelligent. He's an upgrade in Matondo, and I know a lot of folk might say, well, that's not hard to get an upgrade in Matondo, but Matondo's contributed in the last few weeks for Rangers. He's got goals and assists for Rangers, but Cortez for me looks bright. He can beat a man, he's intelligent, he gets his head up, his link-up play is really good as well. I want to see more of him. I'm interested to see if he plays against St Johnstone, because St Johnstone I think will be a stuffy team on Sunday. But no, out of the new signings, we've not really seen Diamandi properly. I know he came on tonight, but Cortez for me he's a winger, Carney, that gets you off your seat.
Yeah.
Similar to what Ryan Kent did when he came to Rangers. He's got that same bit about him, and he was very unlucky not to score tonight, Cortez. But he looks a good player for me.
Yeah, from the initial sightings we've seen, or the initial performances we've seen from him, it's promising. It really is promising. And if they're rumoured 4 million or whatever it may be for him, it might look like it's absolutely worth the money, because he does look like a very promising player. He really does. Again, I don't want to pull any. I don't want to pick any holes in anything. I thought at times Rangers were overplaying things. I thought we were making things almost too complicated for ourselves. Silva come on, he was one, and him and Cantwell looked like they were both trying the same thing at times. But look, again, I don't want to kind of pick holes in tonight, because the 3 points is all that matters, and we are now equal on points at the top of the league, and it's all we've been wanting. It's all we've been wanting, and it's a position, as I said previously, that I didn't think we would be in. You pick a man of the match tonight?
It's difficult, because I thought they were all
Sponsors
good.
gave it to D9.
It did. That was Jamie there.
Jamie sponsored.
Centre halves for me weren't clever at
No,
times.
they weren't.
They just, at times, I just thought they were
Goldson
looking
was
to
a
throw
bit messy,
a
yeah.
goal in the net
Yeah.
against us. But do you know who I'm going to give it to? And he never hides. I just thought he wanted to keep Rangers going. I'll give it to Cantwell. Some folk will probably say no, not agree with me, but always demands a ball. He was unlucky when he drove with a ball and had that shot, Carney, and the goalkeeper tipped around the post. But he's a tin opener for me. Cantwell had a shot that nearly went in the top bin as well.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to Cantwell.
We should probably give it to the Ross County keeper for his second
because
half
it was
performance,
Ross
to be honest.
Laidlaw, see the goalkeeper
Well,
there, so-
honestly, the second half performance from him was really something to behold after the way he was in the first half. I'm going to give it to Lawrence. I thought he was great today. Followed closely by Lundstrom. I thought Lundstrom was also great. He had a wee moment, Lundstrom, when he looked like he was telling the Copeland then to calm down. I was like, that's probably not a good idea. I wouldn't do that. I definitely wouldn't do that. But look, it's all worked out in the end, and we were very, very convincing winners tonight. Very convincing winners. And yes, it's all level at the top. Quick shout out to Callum, who we spoke to on the concourse, and unfortunately had to sit right in front of his mouth for the entire
Unlucky
90. Unlucky for him. Pleasure to meet you, mate. Thank you for coming up to see us. It was nice to speak to you. And yes, that will do us for tonight. Ali, we will be back on Friday with Club Live. Until then, thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, well, I've got the darts tomorrow night, so I don't know how tender I will be on Friday. So
you're hosting, so you better be alright.
We'll see how I am Friday. But aye, for Sunday for me, away to St Johnstone, tough game. Craig Levine's got them pretty organised. I know they've been on a wee kind of bad run there, but tricky game for me. But give us 3 points there, Rangers, and we'll roll into next Saturday against Hearts.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about now. It's going to be all about 3 points from now until the end of the season. So yeah, we will speak to you on Friday. Hope you all enjoyed that, and thank you very much for tuning in. That one was for you, Uncle Willie. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.